And we start tonight here at about 10 after 11 o'clock on the WHAS 11 night team, taking a look at our future cast. Again, this is tomorrow morning what it's going to look like when you get started. After some rain today, we are going to have more of it around Kentucky, and tomorrow we are calling it a weather impact alert day. And right now we're going to pinpoint it for you by the hour. Hello everybody, and thank you for joining us a little late tonight. I'm Doug Proffitt. WHAS 11 Chief Meteorologist Ben Pine has the view ahead and some talk of tropical weather coming on after that. Hey, Ben.
Yeah, thanks, Doug. Good to get some rain around the area today. We are battling drought conditions across the area. More hope of some pretty good downpours around the area tomorrow as well, with showers and thunderstorms on the way. Notice the activity moving into Illinois and parts of Missouri right now, about 150 miles out to the west of us. Right now, most areas are dry. We will see a chance of some scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head out the door tomorrow morning. This is around mid-morning, 10 a.m., but we're going to be watching tomorrow afternoon pretty closely, especially areas along and east of I-65 where we could see some stronger thunderstorms, could get a couple of severe thunderstorms during the afternoon heating, while quieter conditions exist out to the west. So off and on showers and thunderstorms for our Tuesday has prompted us to give you a weather impact alert day for Tuesday. Morning and afternoon storm chances. Some of those storms, again, could be on the strong side with some gusty winds, frequent lightning, and some very heavy rainfall. Grab your WHAS 11 app free at the App Store. Your QR code is right there, and keep some of that rain gear handy as well with our weather impact day for Tuesday. As you mentioned, there is a new tropical system developing. We're going to put a track on that and show you many more rain chances coming up in the 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Ben. Our top story right now for you on the night team. It's the Derby and Oaks in September. Well, the people behind Louisville's two big music festivals, Bourbon and Beyond, and this weekend's Louder Than Life, believe they will double the crowds here in the next 5 years. And they're taking a page from the Super Bowl by expanding free events around their big events. WHAS 11 night team's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie are in Germantown.
2 weeks of back-to-back music festivals means no time to rest for Louisville bars and restaurants.
Starting Thursday, it's going to be pretty crazy around here, and we're ready for it.
For the first time, the festival producers have expanded free events to neighborhoods around the fairgrounds. Germantown is this week.
After one busy weekend for Hawks, they're planning to pack the place again this weekend as they play host to a Louder Than Life pregame and postgame.
We actually have some shuttle buses that are going to be taking people from Hawks to Louder Than Life and then bringing them back in the evening. So nice, safe way for people to get there and back.
Nulu hosted Bourbon and Beyond. The producers selected Germantown to host Louder Than Life pre-games this weekend, taking their idea from one of the biggest.
You know how when you go to the Super Bowl, 100,000 people maybe go to the game, but 1 million people go to the host city?
Right.
That's the goal here, is how do the people who are in town, who aren't attending the festival, participate?
Danny Wimmer Presents CEO Danny Hayes talked with Terry Miners on WHAS Radio. He said 25% of the festival attendees have never been to Louisville before, but 90% say they're likely to come back. Wimmer produces 9 other festivals in the U.S.
All of our festivals are something that we're really proud of, but there's something just incredibly unique about Bourbon and Beyond that makes it our favorite child.
It also means increased traffic for tourist attractions.
We always see a big uptick when Bourbon and Beyond comes to town.
The Fraser History Museum has partnered with the festival since its inception.
It's a great chance for the Fraser History Museum and really all the attractions in town to show off what makes us special. I mean, this is a unique and special place. And Bourbon is our one authentic story in Kentucky.
Fraser President and CEO Andy Triner says this year was the best one yet.
It has led to a great Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and an above normal Monday as people are hanging over in more ways than one after the concerts.
Museums, bars, and restaurants feeling the impact of a predicted total attendance of 400,000 people between the two festivals. Back over in Germantown, the Post and Hawks are getting ready for the next.
An increase in business is always good. It's always fun to get out-of-towners. I always love to wait on people who it's their first time here.
It's our little amusement park in Germantown here.
Free events before the weekend's big event, Louder Than Life. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, the WHAS 11 night team on your side.
By the way, Hayes said in that radio interview that the coordination between the city, the state, and the fairgrounds has kept them loyal to Louisville. And it didn't hurt that Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear was right there yesterday alongside the mayor. After flooding at the original site, remember years ago on River Road, Hayes called the fairgrounds weatherproof. For a full lineup of this weekend's Louder Than Life festival at the fairgrounds, plus the details on that Germantown pre-party, head to our website, WHAS11.com. More news here on the night team. The U.S. Department of Justice is appealing a judge's recent decision to dismiss felony charges against 2 former Metro police officers involved in the Breonna Taylor case. Joshua Janes and Kyle Meany are accused of falsifying the warrant that led police to Taylor's home and then trying to cover it up. Last month, Judge Charles Simpson ruled the warrant was not the cause of Taylor's death and dismissed the most serious charge against them. Janes and Meany still face misdemeanor charges. Federal prosecutors filed their notice of appeal on Friday. Tonight, Louisville Metro Police are investigating after a man's body was found near Petersburg Park. That's in the Newburgh neighborhood. Major Mindy Vance says someone called police about 11:30 this morning after seeing a man in a wooded area who was unresponsive. Investigators got there and they aren't saying what kind of injuries the man had, but they did call them traumatic. They're investigating this death as a homicide. Major Vance says they need help from the community to solve this crime.
Policing is not just something that we can do on our own, and as far as these incidents that happen in our neighborhood, obviously they're troubling. This was located fairly in the vicinity of a church, several churches along East Indian Trail, so obviously it's very concerning to the citizens and the residents in the neighborhood, and I understand that.
If you have information that can help detectives, you can call LMPD anonymously. The number to call is 574-LMPD or submit anonymous tips to their online portal. Right here new tonight, a man has pleaded guilty to a deadly shooting that happened in Louisville's Taylor Berry neighborhood in 2022. The Commonwealth's Attorney's Office says Gregory Bell pleaded guilty to murder and other charges today. Prosecutors say in June of 2022, Bell shot Tremont Tobin multiple times outside a home on Central Avenue, killing him. At the time of his arrest, detectives said a doorbell camera recorded the entire incident. Prosecutors are recommending a 25-year sentence for these charges. A new report from the FBI is offering insight on violent crime here in the United States, saying it has declined 3% from 2022 to 2023. The new information from the agency shows a dramatic drop in the number of murders, down nearly 12%. The FBI says that represents the largest drop in decades. Of other crimes, rapes dropped by more than 9%, while reported hate crimes dropped by less than 1%. However, the number of reported vehicle thefts is up nearly 13%. The report used statistics from 16,000 law enforcement agencies all across the country. Brand new here on the WHAS 11 night team. Tonight, JCPS is still short about half the certified TARC drivers needed to restore bus routes to some magnet and traditional students. Now, the district had a goal to restore routes to some students by the time they got back from fall break, and that break is next week. Tonight, Superintendent Marty Polio told us 31 TARC drivers have received their certifications. They need 60 to restore the routes. Polio says under the current transportation plan, they've reduced the amount of missed instructional time for students.
We cannot have successful outcomes for kids if kids are missing minutes of school. It's as simple as that. We had half the bus drivers, so until we get to 60 TARC drivers that have passed the S endorsement, we won't be able to add back routes because of our commitment to getting kids to school on time and getting them home efficiently. That's working right now, and I'm not going to do anything that would negatively impact that.
The JCPS board would have to approve any proposal to restore the bus routes. Indiana's governor making a visit to southern Indiana right here today to celebrate the area's growth across southern Indiana. Governor Eric Holcomb's visit to New Albany comes in the final days of his term. Speaking to the Chamber of Commerce, he addressed his pro-business policies like reduced regulations and tax cuts. He hopes his successor will continue to build on that success.
For growth, we're experiencing momentum that has turned into kind of a flywheel effect where success is attracted to success.
Forbes has ranked Indiana #2 in the U.S. for starting a business in 2024.